For every action, there is also a reaction. Now, it's very easy to think about this universal law in big picture terms, the big things that we do in life. But the truth is, from the moment that we get up in the morning till we go to bed, for everything that we do, everything that we say, even the things that we think, there is a reaction. Now, these reactions communicates. It sends a message. It gives us feedback. And the feedback is either one of two things. Either whatever you did created a positive or good reaction, or whatever you did created a negative or a less than desirable outcome. Now, I think there's one of two things that you can do with the messages, the feedback that you are constantly receiving. The one is you can react to it. The other is you can respond to it. I see reaction as the focus being on the reaction. Either the way a person responded to you, or the outcome of a certain things that you did. So the reaction is not on you, but it's on that thing. And your reaction quite often is to criticize, compliment, change that thing, defend yourself. Whereas responding means you ask the question, what did I do that resulted in this reaction? Did I do something right and that's why I'm having a good reaction? Did I do something wrong? Or could I do something differently to have a different result? And a lot of this happens very unconsciously. We don't even realize that. But the truth is, for everything that happens and every reaction, we do have either an acting on it, a reaction to it, or we have a response to it. So one of the things that I'm trying to learn in my own life is to become way more aware and sensitive of the messages, the feedback that life is constantly giving me. Especially with my body. When I have an ache and pain, or if I eat a certain food and it is not happy in my tummy, well, that's a message. That's feedback, and I need to decide, am I going to say, well, there was something wrong with the food, or should I say, well, maybe my body just doesn't like that food? Or if my child behaves in a certain way and I always try to reprimand him in a certain way and I always get a meltdown, I always get him attacking me, I can either say, why does this child not learn? Or I can say, well, how can I maybe approach this differently? And I think throughout the day, life is giving you messages. If you're always late, you can either blame the traffic, you can blame, things that happen at home, you can blame the family, or you can respond and say, well, what should I do differently? If you market and it's not working, you can say the system is not working, Facebook is not working, or you can say, well, what can I do differently? What can I learn from this? Again, as I said, the challenge is so much of our reaction happens absolutely unconsciously until you become aware of it and then realize, rather than reacting, I should start to become responsive and respond with a question. So that's my challenge for you today. As you go through your day, become more aware, become more sensitive to the constant messages, the constant feedback that life is giving you. And ask yourself the question, how can I respond rather than react?